Eve's Warriors and the Three Nephites, written by Kurt Burnett and Alisha Burnett Worthington, read by Michael Flynn. Copyright 2020, Eve's Warriors Productions, all rights reserved. Prologue. My name's Amelia E. Collins, and I used to be an ordinary teenage girl before my very own Twilight experience. You know, those great books and movies about another girl, Bella, who falls in love with an immortal vampire? I also fell in love with an immortal being, only he is real. One of the legendary Three Nephites. For those of you who aren't Mormon, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Three Nephites are disciples of the Lord Jesus Christ who are given the gift of immortality to help prepare the world for the Lord's second coming. I also met my band of sheroes, extraordinary women of faith, real and imagined, who have done extraordinary things for humankind. My Twilight experience is so strange and wonderful that I wouldn't blame you if you didn't believe me. I wouldn't believe it myself, except I lived it. Chapter 1. I never dreamt I would become one of Eve's warriors until that fateful night in 1985 when the visions began. I didn't see myself as the warrior type, you know. Nope, not me. I was your typical upstate New York 18-year-old, a senior at Roosevelt High, member of the varsity soccer team, decent student. My parents thought I could do better. Active in a non-denominational Christian group, and a loving daughter, except when I wasn't. I lived in the small town of Harrisville, 150 miles north of New York City, with my parents, little sister Katie, one cat, and my favorite gerbil, Betsy. And my friends and teammates joked that my flaming red hair made me the easiest target to spot on and off the soccer field. Why couldn't I have nice, combable, ordinary brown hair like the rest of my family? I had a slight, burning resentment for whichever ancestor passed this trait straight through my parents to me. Pretty boring life, I complained to my best friend Rita while eating lunch at the school cafeteria. Yeah, Rita laughed. We need a family of vampires to move in to make things more interesting. As we walked home from school that afternoon, who should show up but my benign stalker Matt with his latest plea to get me to go out with him. Not in a million years, I thought, rebuffing his subtle attempt to grab my hand. Another day, another walk home, down the same streets, waving to the same group of ladies with their recently coiffed hair from Mrs. Langley's We Hear You shop, heading home to another evening of homework interspersed with juggling the soccer ball in the backyard with my sister, and then lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking, always thinking. Another trait my friends teased me about. Geez, Amelia, chill out. You're not going to solve world poverty while putting on your shin guards. Can we talk about something else, like the game? They even called me by my full name, Amelia, even though they all had nicknames for each other. On my first day of kindergarten, I had introduced myself. My name is Amelia. Amelia. My mom says it's a very important name, just like me, and stared at them all with those somber eyes and contradictory wild red hair. And that was it. No cute or funny nicknames for me, just plain old Amelia. Really, if I didn't have Rita to brighten things up with her goofy personality, my life would probably be more boring than it was. Heck, maybe going out with Matt wouldn't be the worst thing. It would at least be something different to do. And he had been trying forever. I sighed, knowing that would be my topic of thought tonight as I stared at the ceiling. Why couldn't a vampire appear in my bedroom? I had no idea how my life was about to change, and how I would never be bored again. It took me several days to decide to tell Rita about the vision, even though she was my best friend and often knew things before I told her. This was different, though. The angel. I had had a freaking conversation with an angel. How do you just tell someone that? Even if she's your best friend. And don't forget the angel's warning, I reminded myself. The angel had expressly warned against telling anyone yet, but I felt like I was going to explode. This was something my staring at the ceiling sessions couldn't contain. I had to tell Rita, even if she decided I was certifiably insane. Had I really seen and heard what my brain was telling me I saw and heard? A vision?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?